Welcome to Happy Hour Q&A with Kim Nziogu, Houston's homegirl,
and Tatiana Hall, the Mortgage Link Queen.
So we're here to answer all the questions that were submitted online. Today we're going to discuss the entire home buying process from start to finish. The first thing you want to do is work on your credit and save money. Then, after you've done so, go ahead and schedule a consultation through the link in my bio. Once that consultation is scheduled, we'll have a brief discussion about your expectations, what you're looking for, if you know what your current credit score is, all of that in about a 15-minute conversation. Once that conversation concludes, so Tatiana's going to discuss what you need to do to get pre-approved.
All right, so the pre-approval, you guys, and listen, everybody loves a pre-approval. Kim, you love pre-approvals?
I love them.
All right, so as Kim mentioned earlier, we want to make sure that we're checking our credit score and we have money saved, all right? That is going to be important for not just buying a home, but being pre-approved. All right, so after you consult with Kim, she's going to send you over to me, and then I'm going to pull your credit, all right? And you should have a good idea of what your credit score is, okay? Now, the better the credit, the better the chances of being pre-approved at a higher amount. However, I have awesome lenders that I work with that work with customers who have credit scores as low as 500. But understand, with that low credit score, it's going to come some extra steps that will be added to the process. But we could talk about that at another time. Is that okay?
So after you are approved or pre-approved through Tatiana, because those are two different things, we can discuss that another time as well.
Okay.
We have a buyer's consultation. We set up another call, a Zoom call, or it can be in person now. The buyer consultation, it basically, we go through more details. I walk you through the step-by-step process of the home buying process. We discuss preferences, area. So we go home shopping and you find the house of your dreams. So the next step is very crucial, especially in today's market. We submit an offer. So how I submit my offers is based on the competitive market. I run comp analysis. I evaluate the appreciation of the home. So by using all of those tools, I'm able to assist you in coming up with the best offer for the home that you choose. So after that's been submitted, and once we win the offer, because we're going to win the offer, then we go under contract. So once you're under contract, it's time to get the ball rolling. Contract time is of the essence. We have certain deadlines that we have to meet. The first thing we have to do is an inspection. We have to do the inspection in a timely manner to make sure we're adhering to all the terms that were agreed on in the contract. Then after that, we do the appraisal. So the appraisal is handled by the lender.
Yes.
And could you tell them a little bit how the appraisal works?
Well, what an appraisal is and why it's important. All right, so anybody that's going to be financed for a home, the bank is not going to lend out more than what the home is actually worth. And so what the appraisal does is it tells the lender this is the home's value. Now, of course, it lets the buyers know I made a good investment and I'm not spending too much money, and this is a good deal. But it's super important because the lender is not going to give you any money over what the value of the home is. And so appraisals are crucial. They are one of the last steps in the home buying process. And when it comes to saving money, like you mentioned earlier, it's really important that you have contingency funds available. I know you HGTV people, y'all watching, y'all hear contingency funds. You have contingency funds or money set aside in case the appraisal comes back low. Because even though lenders order the appraisal, buyers, you pay for it. You pay for it. And they are conducted by independent third-party companies and appraisers. So we don't know which way it's going to go. So in the event it comes back lower than anticipated, if you don't want to lose the home, you got to have that savings in place so that you can make up for that difference.
And I also suggest in the market today that you are cash heavy. The market today is not the same market it was really a year ago. So in a competitive market like this, you want to be well prepared. You want to have enough saved, because if you're looking for that dream home and it's 4, 5, 6 offers, because it is a lot of multiple offer situations, you want to be prepared. You don't want to lose out because you weren't prepared. So once we're at that stage of appraisal, then we can talk about underwriting. I'll actually have you talk a little bit more about underwriting.
Okay.
As far as the lender's perspective for that.
So underwriting, this comes into play right before the appraisal and kind of during that time as well. So with underwriting, this is when the file or your profile, right, the contracts and everything, they're all done. It goes directly to the lender, the institution that's going to hand you over the money. And then they have their underwriters check that out, and they verify your income, they verify your employment, and they're double checking and making sure that everything that you said essentially is true. And they're going to look for proof of all of the things that you stated. How much money is in your bank account, how many assets or how much assets, all of those things. And then they might ask for additional things, and those additional things, Kim, those are usually called conditions. And so they might want anything, who knows? They might say, hey, this deposit was pretty large. Where did it come from? All right, that's really going to be important, because I'm sure that you have a lot of clients in this market, Kim, who their experience is, I put an offer in, we went as far as putting the contract in, it got accepted, but then inspection came back and we decided, I don't want that headache.
Yes.
So when you get your earnest money back and you deposit it back into your account, the lender might look and say, wait, this is $5,000. Where did $5,000 come from? And so they might ask for explanations of things, and those things are called conditions. So that's kind of a gist about what underwriting is in that process. And that's definitely at the end. And once the conditions are completely fulfilled, the appraisal has been completed, we're clear to close.
Clear to close. I love a clear to close email, okay?
All right.
So, I also, when you were speaking, I was thinking about what someone shouldn't do if they're in the home buying process. Like, buying a car, opening a car loan. What are some other things that someone should not do? Really, I say don't do nothing.
Right.
But lender's perspective, what are some of the things that you're not supposed to do when you're going for a mortgage loan?
Well, once you start the process, you want to be super committed to it, right? You want to be faithful to the process, just like you're faithful to your boo. Well, listen, for the faithful people. You want to be faithful to the process. Seriously, though. You want to make sure that I am not shopping around for any other home still. I've committed to this process. I'm not going to co-sign on any loans for anybody else. So sorry, cousins, nieces, nephews, kids, whoever. I can't help you right now. When I go to the store and they say, hey, listen, you want to save 10% by applying for a credit card today? No, I do not. When I get pre-approved offers in the mail for any credit cards or whatever the case may be, I don't want it. Payday loans, anything where they're going to need my social security.
Yeah. Anything with payments on it. Don't try to buy the furniture before you get there. Buy the furniture after you get in there. If you need to put your furniture on a payment plan.
And it's
Wait
important to know too, Kim, that it's a couple of days after you sign at the signing table. It's a couple of days that they still kind of monitor the credit. So about 3 days or so after you sign or after you close, they still kind of check that credit out. So you want to let them know that you are a serious buyer. And doing so means that you're going to be committed to the process by not applying for anything else. You don't want to change jobs. You don't want to do anything that is going to jeopardize, right, your approval. You don't want to accept a job offer anywhere. Don't do anything. If you do accept that offer, stay at your current job until you have got to the signing table and went ahead and closed.
Yes, so.
Exactly. That's usually the case. Nothing comes from it if you go ahead and move forward.
Yes. So that pretty much in a nutshell tells you what to do with the entire home buying process. Now it's time for the real happy hour Q&A.
Pour up a drink, guys. We got some good stuff coming. So one of the first questions that we received is like one of the most important questions that you could have, and that is, how important is credit? Kim, how important is credit?
Very.
Kim.
Very.
Houston Tom girl.
Very.
Okay. Credit is king. I know they say cash is king, but credit is the king and the queen. All right, it's the whole royal family. Credit is the most crucial part of the home buying process, because your credit score needs to sit at a particular level to even get you in the door. Okay? To even get you in the door. I do work with lenders who work with clients who have credit scores as low as 500. That's a plus, okay? But if you have a 500 credit score, that's not ideal. 640 is the magic number that gets us in the door. It opens up more doors where we can apply for different types of loan products, okay? So we're not limited and we get to have options and choices. That's important. So credit is king. 640 is ideal. We want to be as close to 700 as possible, and anything over 750 is going to secure you the absolute best rates that there are. So credit is crucial. It's also important to note, Kim, that we don't just care about the credit score. It's
a lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
It's the whole profile, you guys. So you could have a 700 credit score, but I mean, if everything on your profile is authorized user, student loans you've never paid for,
extremely high debt to income ratio,
right? Then that's going to affect your pre-approval. So credit is crucial, but it's not just that number, it's the entire credit profile. Other question that we received, Kim, well, I think you got this one too.
I did.
Is, how much do I need to have saved in order to purchase a home? So I'm going to talk about not just the savings, but what the costs are that's going to be included when we get into this home buying process, right? So the journey to home ownership, it starts with knowing and understanding my credit, and like Kim mentioned, having a savings. All right, we've got to have some money saved. Ideally, I would recommend that we have between 5 and 7% of the home that we're looking to purchase. So that's not a specific number, but I'll help you guys do the math, okay?
Yeah,
so let's say I know I want a luxury home. Hold on, I gotta get my calculator for this one, guys. So let's say I know I want a luxury home, and in that luxury home that I want to purchase, let's say that it's $500,000. All right, I want a $500,000 home. I'm over here, my calculator, you guys.
That's a good number.
I'm gonna times that number by the amount that I said, right? 5 to 7%. I'm gonna start with 7 because I want to go high because I want to have some cushion, right? So I'm gonna times that number. Literally, all the calculators have the percent sign. I'm gonna times that number by 7%. All right, 35,000. So if I want to get a $500,000 house, 35,000 is a very safe number. Okay, that number is safe because it's going to make sure that I'm able to cover most of the time my closing costs, in addition to what we're familiar with, that down payment. So when we say down payment, regular buyers who are not experienced in the process, they just think about literally down payment. They have no idea that closing costs exist. All right. So down payment can range from 3 to 5%, 3 to 5%. But on average, 3.5% is a safe number. But if you're looking to get a $500,000 house, 5% is what you need to be prepared for. So 5% of that, and then closing costs. So closing costs can range between 2 to 3%, maybe even 4%, just depending on the tax rate. So there are different variables, but 2 to 4% for closing costs is a safe number. So 7 to 10% all together is what I need to have saved. This is a good happy hour.
It is. Don't start turning up now, Tatiana.
Okay.
Not yet. So the next question we got was, what is the most important thing that you must know when purchasing a home? Personally, in my opinion, I think you should be ready. Just know, like, this is a very, very big investment. It's a great investment. So it is a big investment, so you have to be ready. You should also do your research on your own, even before you contact me or any other realtor. Make sure you do all your research. Know the things that you're supposed to get from your realtor. Know the expectations it should be. Also, just find somebody that you feel like you can work well with. Every realtor is not for everybody. Get someone that you're comfortable with. Get someone that you trust. Get someone that you feel like they're easy to work with, and vice versa. So basically,
I'm sorry, Kim, I want to throw this in there. Get you a realtor that has relationships with lenders.
It is. So I can't discourage any buyer coming to me that's already pre-approved with another lender.
Right.
Do I prefer it? No. And I would say no, just because when you have a relationship with a lender, it's so much smoother. So with that relationship, I have Tatiana's direct contact. I can get in touch with her. I know how she works. She know how I work. So it's just a more hassle-free transaction when you have that relationship with a lender. And it's proven. Any realtor will tell you that. That's why you have your exclusive preferred lenders, because it's always a better process. I'm not gonna say always. Most times, it's a better process, just because you know how that person operates. You know how they deal with their paperwork. You know what they need. You know. I can probably call it after hours.
Anytime, sis.
So it's just advantage. It's a big advantage when the realtor and the lender have a relationship and a working relationship. And on top of that, we've been knowing each other for how long?
7th grade, girl.
7th grade.
About 12. I'm asking how old we are now.
I was going to say, you 12 years ago?
No, we were 12. We were 12.
Okay, I thought you said 12. Y'all said, yeah, 12 years ago we was in 7th grade.
No, that would be nice, though.
We were.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, not only is it a personal relationship, but a work relationship. So, any transaction that comes from us is going to be seamless. So, that would be my biggest thing, and being prepared, being mentally ready and financially ready to purchase.
Another question that I got that was really important, and I had to make sure I made mention of it, is what are the different types of loans that's out there?
That's very important.
You guys, there are a gang of loans out there, and guess what? At Top Choice Lending, we offer them all. Okay? All right, but some of the most popular ones is what I'll go through with you guys today. So, of course, we know conventional loans. That's going to be for our buyers who have good credit profiles, and they also have a little savings in the bank, because conventional loans, we need at least a 640. Traditionally, we're going to have about 5% that we're going to be required to put down, and there should not be a lender, at least in the state of Texas, that does not offer a traditional conventional loan. All right. You could also go as low as 3%. Some first-time home buyers, given some other criteria, you could go as low as 3% for your down payment, actually, with conventional loans. So that's definitely possible. The one that is most popular, though, is going to be our FHA loan.
Before you do that, FHA. Because every time somebody say FHA now, I think about the student loan question. So, however you want to...
I throw that in there.
Throw it in here now, later, but
I got
just a little bit for me.
All right, so with FHA, that's going to be backed by the federal government, all right? So if it's backed by the federal government, that means, of course, it's open to all Americans. I want to dispel that myth that a lot of people think FHA is only for first-time home buyers. It's not. All right, so FHA is open to all Americans. If you're in America, you can get an FHA loan. It is going to be limited, though, to primary residents only. So if I get an FHA loan, this has to be a property that I am going to occupy for at least 1 year. All right. After that, what I want to do with it is my business, but for at least 1 year, I have to have the intention to occupy it. It is going to be a lot more lax and lenient when it comes to the acceptance. So FHA loans, you can go all the way down to a 500, but again, y'all, 640 is still that magic number. But FHA, their limits are as low as 500. And it is important to understand, though, that those are the guidelines that FHA set, that 500. Lenders, however, for the most part, they have something called overlays. So they're like, okay, well, FHA say 500, but girl, I'm not going to no dang on 500. So they could have an overlay. Most lenders, Bank of America, they're not fooling with you if you have a 500 credit score. You can get over it. They have an overlay. However, I have lenders that accept FHA guidelines exactly as they come. So the minimum down payment that we're going to look at for FHA most of the time is going to be 3.5%. Okay, 3.5%.
It's not bad.
Okay. And with FHA, you have something called mortgage insurance premium, MIP. You have an upfront mortgage insurance, which is 1.75%. So it costs you a little bit more, right? You're able to get in the door a little easier.
Yeah,
but it's going to cost you a little bit more money.
Costs.
Right. So they have an upfront mortgage fee, which is 1.75% of the loan amount. And then they have your traditional mortgage insurance, which is mortgage insurance premium that you pay monthly. That number does not change, so it doesn't matter if you come to them with an 800 credit score. Don't matter. You're gonna pay that mortgage insurance. Now with FHA, if you put down 10%, I want to just get this out here for the people. Okay? If you put down 10% if on an FHA loan, on that 11th year or after that 11th year rather, that mortgage insurance premium, it'll fall off after the 11th year.
Okay.
So if your long-term goal is to stay in this forever home forever, FHA might be the way to go. But just remember, it's gonna cost you a little bit more, but it does supplement because the interest rate is usually and if I put down 20% or more, that's what a rumor with the 20% or the myth with the 20%. If I put down 20% or greater with my conventional loan, I can avoid mortgage.
So that's
insurance.
where they get the 20% down. I need 20% down. I always hear that as well.
Right.
So that's only to avoid
mortgage
insurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Also there are, I forgot about this, y'all. Sorry, don't beat me up, veterans. There's VA loans. Those are going to be only eligible to veterans and their spouses, or active duty military personnel as well. That'll be eligible for you guys. That's 0% down or 100% financing. Okay.
Listen.
You do gotta qualify and meet the criteria.
What's usually the score for that one?
So they're pretty lax and lenient, but again, listen, you could be below a 600, but I don't want you to.
What do you recommend?
620 to 640 is always safe. All right, so 620. We're gonna go with 620. Also have the USDA loans. So USDA loans are going to be open to any American. However, they're going to be specific to the property. So the home has to be located in an area that is considered rural. All right, and you can look up USDA.gov to figure out what that is, but it has to be specific to the area, and that is also going to be available at 100% financing or zero money down. But even with those zero money downs, you still gotta pay closing costs. You gotta pay the closing costs. You gotta pay the closing costs.
Never avoid the closing costs.
So this other question that I got. Well, actually, I think you got this question.
I did get this question.
All right, go ahead and ask the people.
Okay. Do you think people should be married before they purchase a home, or going in alone is the best way? Do they want personal opinion or professional opinion?
Let's give them
professional opinion.
Even though we sipping these libations.
I know.
All right.
I'm going to give them a little personal.
Here's my answer to this. So the question again was, should I be married or should I just do it alone by myself?
Purchasing a home now.
All right. Texas is a community property state. You can make your own decision, but just know if you are married, whether your spouse is on the loan or not, they will have ownership in the property. So I can tell you this, you better not be separated trying to get a mortgage, because that boo you trying to get rid of,
it defeats the whole purpose.
They are going to have ownership in their property. So I believe that you should be unmarried or married. All right, one of the two.
No in between.
And honestly, when I am asking you these questions, that's literally all I can ask. Are you married or unmarried? I can't ask you anything else. Yeah. Because honestly, it doesn't, no matter if you got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, polygamy, it don't matter, okay? You're either married or you're unmarried by the state of Texas, or in the eyes of the state of Texas, all right? So, and if you are married, this is a community property state, and your spouse will have to have their credit information pulled, okay? Now, with most of the loan types, I'm gonna have to count your spouse's debt as well, right? So even if we're not looking at your spouse's income, you're going on the mortgage by yourself, still got to look at your spouse's debt.
And that's for every loan, or
that's for most of them. Now, conventional loans, we have some wiggle room, and we can only count our own debt. But
what about VA?
VA, that's a government-backed loan, so we still got to look at the spouse's debt. FHA, VA, and USDA, all those A's at the end, got to look at the spouse's debt. And I can use my own example, right? So my home, our first home, it was the FHA loan. I had to include my husband's debt. He's self-employed, so we opted to not use his income because that's a whole headache, or not if you're with Top
So
Choice.
is that true? I know not if you're with Top Choice.
Self-employed people, if we want to go the traditional route, okay, if we want to look at FHA, VA, USDA, or conventional loans, I definitely am going to need 2 years of your tax returns showing what your income is.
Sorry, tax return.
However, no, that's okay, because 1099s are important as well. This is important. So I'll need that information to qualify you if we go the traditional route. However, at Top Choice, girl, okay, we actually offer something called bank statement loans, and we have another loan product. We have some stated income loan products as well. And so it is going to come at a little bit more of a down payment cost because...
So you have to be cash heavy for something like that.
Yeah, because, right, I'm taking, I mean the lender, I'm taking a big risk on you. So, given a credit score, we're sitting at that credit score, if you come in with a bank statement, I really need you to be as close to 700 as you could possibly be. But 680 is like...
So all entrepreneurs... And can they get this loan if they don't file taxes?
Well,
it's a bank statement loan.
Yeah,
right?
So bank statement loans, we're literally going to look at what your bank statement show us. We would prefer for you to give us your business account, but you can give us business or personal. Again, it's going to come at a more heftier down payment. So 12 months of bank statements will get you, and given that, I need that 680 for sure, but y'all, 680, don't come to 680 if you want a bank statement loan. Be above there, okay?
Be above 680.
I mean, we can make it work, and I like making miracles happen, but I want you to make your yeses for certain as possible. Yeah. All right? So you want to come with at least 3 to 4 months of cash reserves. So again, you got to be very cash heavy. Cash reserves, you guys, that means that I have money in the bank that shows that I can afford to pay my mortgage for the next 3 months. Plus, pay that 10%. So it's 10 to 15 to 25% down payment. I have money in the bank to show that I can pay this. Plus, I can cover my down payment.
Gotcha.
All right, and closing costs.
Got you. So very cash heavy.
Yeah, very cash heavy. But guess what? That's for the people who want the $1 million homes, because there's really no income limit.
Cash heavy, right?
True. So that's no income limit for not income limit, excuse me. There's no loan limit really for that. So we can go up to $3 million.
So we have one last question from one of our followers.
Pour me up some, sis. Thank you.
Okay. So the last question is, can I use mortgage loans to invest in property?
The answer in short is heck yes. Heck yes, you can. So you can traditionally, all right, so this is the most common thing, 1 to 4 unit properties, multifamily properties is what we refer to it as. You can use FHA or conventional loans. You can also use USDA or VA loans to do so. It's more common to see it with FHA and conventional loans, but 1 to 4 family unit properties. So that means single family home, duplex, triplex, or quadruplex. All right, so fourplex as some people call it. You can definitely use those as long as you intend to occupy at least one of the units. You definitely need to be cash heavy because those come at a nice little price. And it will be ideal to try to have tenants in mind to occupy the other properties to offset some of the costs for you. But it is definitely for sure a possibility with VA, FHA, USDA, or conventional loans.
Okay, and once you do get approved through the lender, then of course we can go shopping for your property that you want to invest in. I would offer the appreciation value of the neighborhood, comparative market analysis to assist you in making the best investment possible. So one of the benefits of working with me as a real estate professional, I offer the one-on-one buyer's consultation with PDF. I do a lot of hand holding through the entire buyer's process. I have strategic comparative market analysis. I have great taste in homes. So, that's always, I pride myself in being knowledgeable in the real estate market, always knowing what's going on, building relationships. Relationships do matter when working with a realtor. So all that matters when you're looking for a real estate professional, and I'm here to offer all of that. So my VIP package, it offers transportation, it offers after hours access to me, and maybe Tatiana.
Definitely Tatiana.
You also get daily listing updates, of course private tours if you're looking to relocate. On top of the relocation package, you have the FaceTime tours, video tours, whichever you prefer. And last but not least, I'm also an interior stylist. So with being an interior stylist, my VIP clients, they get a free interior styling consultation, also with a mood board, and also $200 off any room, any service of their design fee. So VIP package offers a lot more than your basic buyer's package. It's more, let's see, you're treated extra special.
Royalty.
Yes. So if you're looking into buying, even leases, I also do leases. I get that question a lot. And if you're looking into buying or leasing or investing, contact me. You can schedule a consultation through the link in my bio. My Instagram is at Kim Nziogu. I'm Houston's homegirl. So if you want to find me, you can hashtag Houston's with the S, homegirl, and you'll find me. Hey, it's this.
No, she got a leg. Hey.
So, in conclusion, I'm Kim Nziogu, Houston's homegirl. I'm here for all your real estate needs. And
I'm Tatiana Hall, the mortgage link queen.
And we taking up, no.
We taking over for the 99 and a 2000.